is up, everybody? It is Laura Graves. Welcome, my little grave diggers, to my channel. And tonight, we're gonna dig up a few old ghosts. Ow! I'm keeping that in. Oh my god, so if you guys just saw that, I did just hit myself in the head with a handmade tomahawk here. It is made of not horse. Horses do not have horns. This is, it is actually cow horn here, and it is real. And it, that just, I mean, good lord, man. I don't know. I'm just one of those that should not run with scissors or anything else sharp. But it is a cool prop, and actually this is my, instead of a baseball bat, this is what I have just in case somebody intrudes when they come inside. So, that sounded wanky. Okay, so I put the tomahawk away so that I didn't harm myself while I continued this video. So I had a creepy story that I wanted to share with you guys, and I was speaking with another friend about it and actually got it confirmed without even asking them questions about my experience. So I thought I would tell you about my experience. Right, so damn, this happened about a decade ago. So this happened in 2010, and I used to work for an assisted living. I used to work there overnight, and while I did have some very creepy experiences there, this is not in correlation to what happened at the assisted living. This is what happened on my way home from work. What are you gonna do? You gonna come and sit in my lap? No? I swear he's like pert cat. So like I said, I was on my way home from work, and this was probably sometime in early February. I had just got off work, and I was heading home down this road, and in one part of the North Valley there used to be an old hospital daycare thing. There's so much local argument going on about whether the building used to be an old asylum for kids or if it used to be a daycare for kids. Either way, the building was abandoned, and it was creepy. Now, like I said, I was driving on my way home, and a very large dog-like animal came out of the dark, out of nowhere, and started crossing the road, and it stopped right in front of the car. It was far away enough that I couldn't quite make out what it looked like. All I knew is that it was dark-furred, and it was larger than most regular dogs. It kind of looked like it could have been a mix of a German Shepherd and maybe a wolf or something. I'm not 100% sure on that. But it stopped, and it looked at me, and I was like, okay, that is odd. Most dog-like animals, when you come up to them on a vehicle, freak out, and they either go back to where they were, or they run across the road, right? Well, not this thing. Like I said, it stopped in front of the car. I could barely see it with the headlights. That was far away enough. And we locked eyes for a moment. And then it continued to go across the street. And then once it got to the other side of the road, it actually stopped, turned around, and sat down. And once again, locked eyes with me. And I was like, I have a bad feeling about this. This is just not a good feeling. Not to mention that the other side of the road that it stopped on was where this creepy abandoned building was. And so out of instinct, I turned my car around, went down the other road, and drove all the way around to the other side to where my house was, instead of just cutting back through the back road. Come to find out that it is quite possible I came across a shape-shifting creature, most likely a skinwalker, which we're not really supposed to talk about it because they can supposedly hear you, and they are really bad things. But what I didn't know was this. While I know that you know what is a bad or a witchcraft. Okay, let me rephrase that, because I myself practice witchcraft, and witchcraft is neither bad nor good. It depends on the person and what's inside their heart, right? Okay? That's the difference between good and evil. These are supposedly evil shaman, okay? They're kind of correlated with actual satanic rituals and things like that. And they shapeshift, but they don't fully shapeshift. They don't fully turn into the creature, which is normally a coyote or a wolf or a very large bird or something of that nature. They tend to have human-like features. So I'm kind of thinking a dog man might possibly be one of these things. But what I also didn't know was that they do tend to stop vehicles, and what they do is they get in the middle of the road and they want you to like try to swerve so that you can get off the road, so that they can hurt you, so that they can attack you. Normally out in the open they'll come in twos or more. They might be in front of you in pairs, like 2 pairs of gargoyles on a building, or there might be 4, 2 on each side of the car and 2 in the back end on each side of the car, to try to, like, you know, block you. But like I said, this one was all by itself, and it did stop in the middle of the road, and it kind of like dared me. You know, it was like, are you gonna go? And I was like, are you gonna go? And when it got to the other side of the road, I thought it would just take off into the bush, but it didn't. It just turned around and it looked at me again. And like I said, so I confirmed this, that it was most likely a really evil shaman, shape-shifting being. And I hadn't had an experience like that since, but I do know that they are out there, and they are not just in open spaces, they are in the city. This was in the Northern Valley here, where this used to be old farmland, and it has developed over the years, so more and more people are moving in. So it's becoming less like farmland and more country residential area, so to speak. And it's just one of those lessons to be wary of your surroundings. Always, always, always pay attention to what is going on around you. Just because an animal crosses your path doesn't mean that it is a bad thing or a negative thing or an evil spirit or anything of that nature. It just means sometimes that they're in the path of a human. Now, if you feel deep inside that something's not right, something is off about the situation, listen to your intuition, okay? Listen to your gut feeling. Just like I did, I was like, something's not right, so I turned the car around and avoided the entire area. Pay attention. Feel for, excuse me. Trust your instincts, guys. There are things out there that we know hardly any information about. A lot of people don't know much about these evil beings because most natives who have had experiences first-hand experiences do not normally talk about it. They don't normally talk about what they look like. They normally don't talk about what they do. I do know that apparently light does make them, I don't know if it scares them off or if it makes them upset or something, but if you're in a pitch black area and all of a sudden you turn on a huge porch light and you see something take off really quickly, most likely that's what that was, and you kind of like spooked it. All right, you spoiled its plan for the moment. But do be careful, because anything can happen, and try to have some faith, because this is one of those situations where good does prevail over the evil. And just, you know, kind of like envision yourself in a very warm light, and just be like, you know, I'm good and this thing can't harm me, I'm gonna outsmart it, you know, like think positive stuff, okay? That's all I can say for that. I do have other not bad, but other weird experiences, and I'll tell that to you another time.